Today on Crossing South, we visit one of the world's best observatories. We get to trek one of Baja's highest peaks, we talk up some astronomers, and we visit a ranch that's been around for almost 100 years, coming to you right now. A 4.5-hour drive from the border, San Pedro Martir is a part of a group of mountain ranges on the Pacific coast, which stretches from Southern California in the U.S. all the way down to the southern tip of Baja. Folks, making your way up to this park, the scenery suddenly and wonderfully changes before your eyes. The San Pedro Martir Sierra is the highest point in all of Baja. It was established as a national park by presidential decree in 1974, making its over 2,000 square miles a protected ecosystem of pristine mountain ranges filled with wildlife. It makes you feel like you're in Oregon, but no, this is actually Baja. Folks, to say this was breathtaking would be a severe understatement.
Yeah.
How high are we?
This is a special site we have. This is 9,200 feet above sea level. So
Wow.
yeah,
So this is almost 10,000 feet.
almost 10,000 feet. Yeah, we have another site that's called Picacho del Diablo. That's 10,000 feet.
10,000. So this would be the second highest peak?
Second highest peak
In all of Baja?
in all of Baja. Yeah,
Oh
sure.
my goodness.
Yep.
And that's where this observatory was placed. When was this built?
Now it started in 1975 and it finished in 1979. Yeah, they bought the base of the telescope
Okay.
in Arizona, and it was built in Los Angeles. The whole telescope.
Okay.
And the mirror was made in Arizona too.
Okay.
And it's a 70 style telescope.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
70 style. And,
yeah.
and it belongs to the UNAM,
UNAM,
which
yeah,
is the Autonomous National University of Mexico.
that's right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the scientists or teachers from there, astronomers from there are the ones that operated?
No, there are astronomers from all over the world.
Oh, really?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
From the States, from Europe, from everywhere. This is the third best site in the world to have a telescope.
You're kidding.
Yeah. This is 2.12 meter telescope.
It's a smaller.
Yeah, in
telescope.
diameter. Yeah.
Right.
They're called that way because the primary mirror it's 2.12 meters in diameter.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it's
And
called.
being this such an important site, the third best site, are there any plans to ramp up the telescope?
Sure, there have been a bunch of plans, but one of the reasons that well, I don't know the investors or anything, I don't know why they go because we
Okay.
have a good site, and it's very near to the States. So
Right. Well, I brought my iPad with the astronomy app, so
oh yeah, sure.
I'll point it
You
that
go
way.
like that.
I'll point
Well, it's not that easy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get much better than being all the way up
Yeah.
here. And we're gonna get to see the installations inside, right?
Sure, yeah, we're gonna go inside.
Okay, well, let's go see it, folks.
Okay.
Prohibido el paso. Do not enter. Let's enter. Well, time to see the strings behind the puppet show. So we headed in. Can you tell me what this is?
This what it does is it grabs the light and tells the astronomer what type of gases they're looking at the star or galaxy they're observing.
Really?
Yeah, it's called mezcal, like the
drink?
like a drink. Yeah, but we call it alien because it's like an alien, like the movie. Okay.
You know what? I do feel like I'm in a horror sci-fi movie right now.
Yeah, sure. This was made in Manchester. That's what it's called mezcal. But they get the little words from the
From the word Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester. So
Yeah, manufactured by the Department of Astronomy, University of Manchester, England. Yep.
yeah.
It was made
So it was donated to San Pedro because we're in England. They have this foggy climate there. So
All the time.
All the time. So they don't have good observatories. And the camera that takes the picture is over here. That's the CCD camera. That's the camera. This black box right here, this is the guiding system that uses the same photon and guides the telescope so it doesn't go away from the object. If it moves, it's like when you grab the camera and you move the camera like that, and it goes like that, a big what do you call it? A streak, yeah.
A big streak.
So
yeah, when you have the aperture open and the light travels on the film.
That's right.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, computer guided.
It has to be computer guided. Yeah. So this telescope, this one right here, is a buscador, like a
searcher.
A searcher. Yeah, it's the north one, and we have a south one right there, and it has a little camera. So you see the black square right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the two
That's
cables.
The camera.
That's a camera that goes to a monitor. So it has to be right in the center. The mirror is right there. The 2.12 mirror I told you about is right there. The gray area. That's 2.12. So it doesn't.
That's the mirror.
That's the mirror right there. It moves. It grabs the object from that point and then follows it. Finish this and then grabs another one. It goes like that all night. You can't grab a cloth and clean it because the material that's in the mirror, it's very delicate. Yeah. You can't scratch it or anything.
So how do you clean it if something happens? Some Windex or what?
No. You grab carbon dioxide, liquid carbon dioxide.
Right.
And you put a hose, and it comes out like snow.
Really?
Yeah. You put the telescope in this position like that, so the mirror goes this way, and you put up a hose and you just throw snow at it, and the snow grabs the dirt and just
drag it down.
Drag it down. Yeah.
It'll slide out.
Slide out. Yeah. You don't have to wipe it or anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, just you go like that. And every 2 years you have to take out all the base and everything and take out the mirror. And then you have to pick it up, open these trap doors and let it down all the way to the last floor. And then you clean it there. No, you do the clean outside. Then you do the coating inside.
Coating.
Yeah.
It's like an electroplating.
Yeah, sure. But this is with heat, and then it becomes gas, and then finds the mirror and just stays on the mirror. Yeah.
Well, it sounds very complicated.
It is.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate the tour, my friend.
Oh, no, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah.
Hey, we're actually going to sleep over here tonight. That's okay, right?
Yeah, sure.
We're going to sleep here at the observatory. So it's an eerie afternoon with all that fog out there, but it's going to be a fun day. So stay with us, folks. This is Crossing South. I don't know if you share my amazement, my astonishment. I'm giddy. You know, maybe I surprise or please too easily, but to me, this is just an amazing scenery to be at. I got my hiking clothes on, and you know, we're gonna talk to astronomers. We've seen the observatory, but I can't be in this place and not take a walk here. I'm going into the woods, folks. So, you want to follow me? It's up to you. Folks, no crowds here. The air is ridiculously pure, and soon I went from a brisk walk to a full jog. You know, as you've probably been able to tell, folks, I'm not the most outdoorsy person, but this place is making a convert out of me, and it's just phenomenal to be here. I know the air's thinner, you do get tired a little bit quicker, but it does not outweigh just the payoff of being in this spectacular setting. Baja and all its beauties. There's beach beauty and there's forest beauty, and I never thought I'd find a Sherwood forest here in Baja. I'm telling you folks, nature, especially something like this, has an effect on you. It reminds you what's beyond the man-made cities which block us from seeing this beauty daily. My astonishment did not dwindle. We left our cameras rolling all night, and this is what we saw. I'm still starstruck by the sky and just in a state of awe right now. I'm here now with someone who does this, not as a hobby, but as a profession. Dr. David Hilliard. Doctor, talk to me about your job here. What do you guys do here at the San Pedro Martir Observatory? Tell me, what is the main function of this institution here?
Okay, well, this is the National Observatory of Mexico. The National Observatory is one of the oldest research institutions in Mexico. It started in Mexico City at the end of the 19th century. and it moved to San Pedro Martir because of the light pollution of central
Yeah,
part
most of the cities.
Of the cities, yes. So we moved to San Pedro Martir by the 1960s. At the end of the 1960s, we moved to San Pedro Martir, and it's been here since then, taking advantage of these beautiful skies.
And the altitude, right? We're almost 10,000 feet up here.
Yes.
So.
The more higher you are above of the atmosphere, so you have less absorption of the light coming from the stars. So that's why most of the astronomers will look for the high altitude sites.
Right. Well, you found it.
Yes, and also it's a very nice place because it has a lot of clear skies nights during the year, and there is a very low pollution right now. The situation that you make the stars twinkle, you see, when we see through a telescope, this twinkle, what we see is that start moving around the place. So that makes a very horrible situation. Like you're taking a picture and the people is moving.
Right.
A smart image on the.
So the lower you are, you have that effect.
Exactly.
And when you're higher,
well, also depends on the situation of the site, because it can be the atmosphere. Still, you have very low atmosphere above you.
Okay.
It can still be very turbulent.
Okay.
But still, San Pedro, because of you have this laminar flow coming from the ocean, and then you have this very nice flow coming through. The sky is very
calm,
stable,
very calm.
So you can take very nice pictures of the stars.
Where were you stationed before you came and had this assignment in Baja in San Pedro Martir?
Okay, well, I started working here at the observatory in the 1986.
Oh, really?
1986, and I had to leave.
Was that your first commission here?
Yes, I was here from then, and then I had to move to the US to get in my PhD at the University of Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I moved over there, and then I came back to Mexico in 1988. So since then, I've been here working at the
So when you came back to Mexico, you said, I'm going back to San Pedro Martir.
Oh, yes, of course. Naturally, because I knew the place. So that's what I wanted to come back here.
You know what? We saw the installations you guys have, and they're fantastic. And it wasn't always like that, was it?
No, of course. When I started working here, the situation were a little bit more rough at that time.
You were roughing it out.
But you know what they say is you have space for adventure in that
Exactly.
time. So we miss a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, now you have the surroundings.
But we would want to go back to that.
No, you wouldn't. No. What is it your specialty? What is it that you're doing right now? What is your field of study or investigation?
Well, right now I have a group, and we are studying what we call the active galactic nuclei. It's the galaxies that they have a very...
I can't repeat that, I'm sorry.
Well, no, don't worry. Sometimes we cannot repeat it. Those are galaxies that they have a black hole in their centers.
Oh.
And the black hole is feeding from the material around. So when we have these big chunks of material that's falling down on the black hole,
right,
they produce this brightening, so this burst of brightening. The frequency of this appearance, we can estimate how much matter comes into the black hole. What we're seeing is the effects of the pulling of the black hole through the surrounding matters. They start going around and flowing.
Like in a faucet when the water starts...
Exactly.
Wow.
Similarly. And then when they start spilling around to fall into the black hole, start friction in between them. And
that's what they emit that.
Exactly. That friction creates energy, and that's what we see.
Oh my goodness.
So
it baffles the mind. But it's great to know that an institution like that exists here in Baja, and we know that it probably even helps your happiness, your state of mind to be in such a beautiful surrounding, right?
Yes, we have some visitors from other observatories, and they say, "Oh, come on, guys, tell us the truth. You found this beautiful place, and then you found that it's good for astronomy because you chose it because it was beautiful." And that's true. It's a beautiful.
You first found the beautiful place, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, we can put an observatory here."
That's true, because some other places are very, very difficult. Like,
I bet.
That the south in Chile, they have also a very nice condition for observatories, but they are in the middle of the desert. It's
goodness.
like being on the moonscape or something.
Exactly.
Like that. It's very dry.
The curiosity right now.
There's not even a small plant there.
Oh my God! They come here, they must envy you so much.
Yes.
And we heard that this is one of the 3 best places in the world.
And yes, especially in the northern hemisphere, because in the northern hemisphere, it's more difficult to locate a good site, not only because of the natural conditions of the site, but also because there are more populations, so the light pollution is a very important issue on these places.
And the astronomers here, from how many countries do you have astronomers here?
We have collaborators from all over the world. But most of them, they have collaboration with the Mexican astronomers.
They collaborate with a Mexican astronomer in a project.
Right,
But
exactly.
tell me the countries. Where are your collaborators from?
Well, I have collaborators with Germans from Germany, from the US, from China, from Australia. And they come to here to observe sometimes. And we collaborate doing some research.
Okay. Fantastic.
So since 2 years ago, the state of Baja California, it has a regulation for controlling and preventing the light pollution.
Really?
And this regulation was pushed by the astronomers here at the observatory. And recently we hired a guy that is going to be just dedicated full time to do this regulation to follow the.
So how do they do it? I mean, do they prevent more cities from popping up, more development, or how do they do it?
The biggest problem is the public illumination. The street
Right,
lights
street
are
lighting.
the big problem. The parks, the stadiums, the commercial centers, the malls.
Right.
Those are the biggest problem. But most of them is the street lights.
Okay.
So controlling the street light pollution is the main issue. So it is very easy. The situation is just to get the lights directly to the ground, not directly to the sky.
Right.
And use the right illumination, not to use more than the use.
The right light bulbs.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So it's
So as long as the canopy, light is going straight down, you don't have a problem.
No, it's not a problem. It's very nice because in San Felipe there is a lot of
A will to adjust?
exactly people that is willing to collaborate with us. So that's very enthusiastic. That from their side that they want to follow or suggestion for fighting the light pollution.
Fantastic. Well, Dr. Herod, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time and for explaining what you do. And you're going to let us stay the night at
Of
the
course.
astronomer villa,
Or hotel.
Exactly. And we're going to do some stuff in the morning too. So stay with us, folks. This isn't over. This is Crossing South. Talking to this guy was really fascinating. We talked for hours well after our camera stopped rolling. During our visit, we were allowed to stay as a courtesy in the astronomers' premises. They were very hospitable with us. Okay, so we're speaking very low right now because there's deer behind us that are eating and we don't want to scare them away. These are wild deer, folks. These are not in an enclosed exhibit or anything. These are bona fide, free-ranging Sierra deer, so. Well, it was now time to leave this majestic place and head back down. Heading down, we stopped at a ranch we saw on the way up. We're happy we did. The story of this place really runs deep. Christian, what kind of amenities or services do you offer your guests here? I mean, I take it you horseback riding?
Yeah, we take horseback riding. We rent quads.
Quads?
Bicycles. We have swimming pool.
Oh, okay.
We have a swimming pool. We got volleyball court, basketball court, playroom where we have a pool table and a ping pong table. And
Really?
Yeah. So there's a few activities you can do. Bring your family and relax. And
Do you know how to play ping pong?
Nah,
No?
not really. But
I was about to challenge you, so it's okay that you said no.
yeah, no, I'm not very good at it. And in the winter, we got a lot of people from Europe. Tours.
Really?
A lot of tours.
And I understand you have an airstrip here.
Yes, we do have an airstrip.
So people fly in also.
Yeah, people fly in here too. Yeah, small planes,
Christian showed us a structure on the premises built the old-fashioned way. This is real adobe.
Yes. Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel the adobe. Yeah.
And it's the same material all the way in.
all the way in.
No
All the way in.
This house was built in 1912, you said?
1912. Yeah.
You gotta feel this, folks. This is dirt.
See?
Adobe is
See,
dirt.
Adobe is right here.
I mean, I feel like if,
This is the adobe right here.
look at that,
Yeah.
and
They
it
actually,
sustains the house.
they actually, you know, the alfalfa. Where you
Yeah,
make, how you
the-
make
the
the
hay?
adobe.
The
Yeah,
hay?
the hay. Yeah.
Well, Christian, I mean, I'm looking at your place. You know, I like it. You know, there seems to be really nice activities, and you're gonna share also some your meals with weary travelers, right? Because we're getting kind of hungry.
Yes, that's right.
But I understand you also have other activities, like what else do you offer people here to do?
We have hunting.
Hunting?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not too big on killing animals, but do you mind if I kill some cans, some beer cans?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do some target or something. Yeah.
Some target practice,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
I'm not big on shooting animals, but I'll
Yeah.
shoot some cans.
There
All
you
right?
go.
Let's
That's
see it. We had a ranch when I was growing up, so I mean, I've fired at 22 before, but I haven't since I was 12 years old. So let's see if I remember still how. So.
You got it?
Okay.
There you go.
I got one. I got one. Not the best shooting there, partner. I think I'm better at eating food. Let's go do that right now. Okay, so after killing a few cans and scaring the rest, we sat at Christian's table to enjoy his hospitality and chat some more. So Christian, before I ask you about the history of your ranch, you have a very interesting background. You know, the last name of the ranch, Meling, is basically your last name. And it's not a Mexican last name. Where is it from?
It's from Europe. It's Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Yes, that's right.
I don't think anyone would expect someone, you know, of Norwegian
So
descent.
far being here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Can you tell
right.
me the story of that? I mean, how's your family from Norway?
Well, my grandfather was from Norway. My grandmother was from Texas.
Okay.
And her father, my great-grandfather, his last name was Harry Johnson.
Harry Johnson.
Yes, they came down here because
Down here to Baja.
down here to Baja and Colonet. They built a ranch there, and they came up here to the highest mountains to work in the mine gold. So they discovered a lot of people were stopping in this place to rest because it was a long trip to come down to, I don't know, other places in Ensenada or Tijuana.
Okay.
And they saw the opportunity of building this guest ranch in 1918. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, World War I was ending, and they're building
Yeah.
a ranch right here.
That's right. The Mexican Revolution came through here, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it?
They burned the original house of this ranch.
This ranch.
This
the revolution came by here, Meling Ranch.
Yes.
Really?
And they.
Why?
they-
What conflict was there with them? They thought you were.
Well, no, you know, the bandidos, you know, they wanted to get the gold and still, you know,
Gotcha.
looking for firearms and, you know, just making trouble, like, you know.
No way.
And
At what point, you know, did the observatory get built and thus give you like a different set of maybe tourists?
well, one of the big help or things that happen is, you know, now with the paved road, there's a lot more activity.
Okay.
Because
What year did that happen, the paper?
It's about probably 5 years, 6 years ago.
Really? So not that long ago?
No, it's not that long ago. Before, it used to take you 2 hours, 3 hours to get here, just to get here on a dirt road. Now it's 45 minutes.
Right.
So most of the tourists that come down here, they stop here a night or two and go visit the observatory because the observatory is one of the biggest places where you can come and visit. you
Yeah.
know, and it's awesome. The view is great. The place is great.
It's a pleasant, calm atmosphere, but it's also, you can feel that it's a storied place. It's a place that's been here for a while. And we're certainly glad that we were able to find this place and stopped and say hi to you. And thank you so much
Thank you
for being such a
stopping by.
gracious host.
Thank you.
And congratulations on having such a nice place. Now
you.
let's continue having this meal now.
Thank you.
We really enjoyed this amazing natural park. The scientists that call it home, getting to know some of the local history, and we hope you're with us the next time we cross south.
You can find maps and information about the places you just saw, or you may order a copy of this program on DVD at crossingsouth.com. We also do Facebook.